Hello guys, welcome to Mark Shrimp Tanks. Right, this whole video today is a warning. If you use tick, anti-tick gel or whatever it is, spray, anything like that, right? If you use any of that kind of stuff on your animals or on yourself, this is a warning to you that you could be risking the life of your shrimp, right? Because I had the same issue last year, the exact same problem. I accidentally touched Lucy. Lucy's my dog, in case you didn't know. And I accidentally touched her on her back where I know a tick treatment was put on, and I unwittingly went through to my shrimp room, and I think I did a couple of shrimp orders, and the shrimp were really struggling. Like literally in the bag I was watching them and they were spinning around like this. It was for sure the stuff I used to treat Lucy, our dog, with tick medication. Now, this stuff is uber toxic, right? Just me having it on my hand in a tank has started to kill some of my Opae Ula. Right, and this was after I had washed my hands, because I remembered I had all these issues last year as well with tick issues. This is the stuff, by the way. It's in a sealed plastic bag. This is V-TAC anti-tick stuff. This is half dose that we put on Lucy. We have to do it here because there's so many ticks. Not like there's bazillions of them, but there's enough that, like, for example, in the last week I've taken 4 off Lucy, right? So for us this is a necessity where our animal's health requires us to have this on her, right? Because I mean, I've seen ticks on Lucy that are like the size of grapes hanging from her mouth and stuff, right? So this stuff has to go on the pup. She gets half a dose because she's small, but with this kind of stuff, guys, right, it kills any kind of insect. It will kill inverts on contact, right? So it is a very dangerous thing to have in your house. If we didn't have the pup, this would be nowhere near my house. I'm actually cringing that I have it in the shrimp room. So as I said, last year we had issues with it where I was doing a shrimp order. It took me 2 hours to figure out what the cause was last year. Right, and then again this year I recognised the exact same symptoms. You can recognise poisoning in shrimp because what will often happen is they'll zoom around aimlessly, just all over the place, upside down the lot, right? So that's how you know if there's an issue in the tank, right? So in my Opae Ula tank specifically, they were doing the same thing, zooming around, and I was losing shrimp, right? So you guys don't know this either. I actually got a lot of shrimp from tater salad. You guys haven't even seen my Opae Ula yet. This is the issue that we've had in between me showing them for the first time. We got more. We got 100 odd shrimp, and yesterday and today I pulled out about 10 dead ones, and I can see more dead ones in there, and some that are half dead. And you know, it's just been an absolute nightmare as well, because here in Norway, guys, it is actually a holiday. It's Sunday. Tomorrow is a holiday, so I can't get anything to replace what I have in this tank, right? I think I've used all the instant ocean. Normally with this kind of thing, what you do is you put active carbon in the tank and you do like a water change or something, 1 or 2 water changes, right? So I did some water changes yesterday. I'm doing one right now, which I'll show you in a second. But once this water is gone, I don't have anything to, you know, get me through the day kind of thing. Because the ideal of this kind of thing is you'd want to do a couple of large water changes to make sure you get the toxin out of the tank. You also have the active carbon in there, and I hope to God that we can save most of them, because you know how helpless I've felt today, guys, watching these shrimp, looking at them and thinking I can't do anything at all. You just don't know what's happening. You can't understand in your head what you need to do. So I'm doing the only things I know I can do: active carbon, large water changes. The other thing as well, guys, when I use that tick treatment, I actually use gloves because I remembered the issues I had before. Right, so it's come around some way where I've not directly touched this stuff and then put my hands in the tank. It is so toxic, this stuff that you put on dogs towards insects and things like that, that I think this is what happened. I put this stuff on Lucy, taken the gloves off, chucked them away. The stuff's dried on her neck. A few hours later I remember picking her up when I took her for a walk, as they do. You pick your dog up, and I was like, oh, you want to see over here, and blah, 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 and I was clapping her head and whatever. Anyway, guys, when I came back, I did some work on the hob, the Aquatic hob filter that I had in this tank, and I made sure I washed my hands, both sides of my arms and elbows. I make sure I wash my fingers, everything. This is how pernickety I've been with doing stuff. I wash in between my fingers like this a lot, right? So this is how I know it's coming on me some other way, right? And I think what's happened is when I've been holding Lucy, I've been holding her up here, right? So when I'm walking, she'll look over my shoulder. So the t-shirt that I've actually had on has somehow been contaminated, right? And you know what it's like, you're in the shrimp room, you're wiping your hands and your clothes constantly all the time. Just basic things like that, guys. That is how the cross-contamination probably happened, right? And it is one of those things where you think to yourself, how can you prevent this in the future? Right? I need to use this stuff on Lucy, but my shrimp also mean the world to me, right? As in, it breaks my heart when I see them dying, kind of thing, right? So, future things I can do is I'm going to have to be really, really wareful of the way I handle Lucy before I come in here, right? So, if I come in the shrimp room, if I know that I've picked Lucy up, I have to wash my arms, I have to change my t-shirt. I know it's such a hassle, guys, but what else can I do? Any of you guys know any better solution to my issue with Lucy, with the ticks and whatever? Because we did think about doing it naturally as well, where we just felt on her body, on her neck, and whatever. Because often you can feel them, it's just like a little bump, and you take your little tick puller and take it off, right? But there's other things that ticks can give dogs and humans and whatever. They can give you Lyme's disease and all that kind of thing. Lyme disease. So we're kind of in a conundrum. I can't have this kind of chemical in this house, specifically in this room. So we're at a catch-22 kind of point here. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If there's other things we can do. We did think about just getting the collar, the anti-tick collar, seeing if that's any less toxic for us lifting her up. But I simply don't know. I mean, what else can I do? I'm washing my hands. When I'm touching her, when I'm treating her, I'm wearing rubber gloves as well, blue latex surgical gloves as well. So there's not really much more I can do. And I know it is definitely that, because that is the only thing I did that day. That it could have been. No other tank has been affected. Right, so you want to have a little look at the tank? I've been talking, I've been blethering like a mofo all this time. You want to have a little look? We can have a look at the dead shrimp as well, just so you know what to look for future reference, okay? Let's have a look. God, I hate looking at dead shrimp. I hate it. One momentous. Alright guys, here we are. You can see my Opae Ula on the side here. Some of them seem to be okay. But Dennis Tater Salad, he gave me 100 plus shrimp, right? So you can see pretty much nothing in here. I'm looking at the back, I can see one dead away in the corner here. There's another one up the side there. Anything that is like red seems to be okay. But I can't really see anything else. I'm just seeing the odd dead one in the substrate here as well. Which is a pain. This is some of the ones I was just taking out before I made this video. These are all dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2 in here that are touch and go. I'm not sure what else to do with them. As I said, we have freshwater going back in. I've actually, in this tank, since yesterday, I've done 3 water changes, and this will be the 4th one. So whatever is in here that's hurting the shrimp, I would imagine that it's out of the tank, but I'm just hoping it hasn't done too much damage and I can recover from this. You know, like a few water changes will kind of help things along. Little Opae Ula. Now, so it'd be kind of sad that this tank has never really taken off. The shrimp I had in here, they never died, but nothing ever happened with them. See, like that one there, I don't know if it comes out in the camera, it just swam up. This one here, it swam up, and it did a little weird like whiz spin, and it fell backwards on its like bark, like it's just struggling. Very sad to see. This one here looks quite healthy, but it's mental, guys, isn't it? I had 10 shrimp in here already. I know for sure 2 of the original ones I had died. You can probably see that one again here. 2 of the original ones I had died. I know that for sure because I did actually see the bodies. There's one there, you see it? It's like lost its coordination. This is the same with this little one, look at it, it's just floating down the way. See, it's like zooming around kind of thing. You see it? What is this? I mean, I think it's okay for shrimp to zoom around like this, but they're like, they zoom around and then they're like listless. I can't even see that one. Where did it go? Right, so it's not good in the Opae Ula tank. There's another dead one right there. Teeny little dead one. What the good thing though, guys, is there is a lot of shrimp in here. There's, as I said, Dennis Tater Salad gave me 100 plus. So hopefully, fingers crossed today, this is the last of these water changes. And it'll fix something. I actually did test for ammonia the other day as well, so, and there was a teeny amount of ammonia, and I think that might have come from when the shrimp came. There was 1 or 2 dead shrimp in the bag, and I actually put the water into the tank. That might have been a possible cause as well, right? But when you see this erratic swimming like this, I'm pretty sure it's a toxin. So I'm pretty confident that was the cause of this one. It's just heartbreaking, guys, when you see, like I can see here, there's another shrimp at the back there. It's just like struggling, it's walking and it's like, its directions all over the place. Right guys, so today's video has not been very happy, a very good one for me. But I'm doing it because I didn't do this last year when I had an issue, when I should have shared it with you. There is a real issue with tick treatments on dogs and cats, flea treatments and stuff in the shrimp room. They are very toxic. Alright, and I want you to be aware of that. If you have cats in your house, if you're clapping them and stuff, make sure you wash your hands. Okay, I was going to say I hope you enjoyed today's video, but it's not that kind of video. Of course, they won't always be this kind of, I don't know, mundanely boring kind of topics, but guys, it's something that you needed to know. Okay, so have an awesome weekend, whatever it is, the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy shrimp keeping. Bye.